Alright guys, welcome back to a video that's been a long time since I made one, but I wanted to go ahead and make this deck profile real quick for last Saturday's locals. This was the weekend of the 250th YCS in London and LA. So congratulations to people at the top there. This is on a Tuesday, by the way, when I could be uploading, or Wednesday, depending whenever I want to, depending whenever I can upload this. So I went 4-1 at my locals. So round one it was against Sprite Live Twins. I don't see what Live Twins is doing alone. I've seen Sprite, Live Twin, Runic. That does a whole lot more. Just because the fact it's really consistent and it does so much together of all those engines together. With just Sprite and Live Twins together, I don't see what the deck's doing. I know like in Master Duel there's like a Sprite Live Twin Scythe running around. I mean that's fine. I think with like that right there, I think that's a whole lot better than what that can do. But I could be wrong. It could have been I'm not sure. I just didn't know anything about it. That was a 2-1. I attacked the wrong thing I banished the wrong thing with Fenrir. Whatever reason, I just sort of threw it right there. I just wasn't really thinking about that. I never really played the matchup before then, the 2, so yeah. So that was 2-1, and then the next round was the Mir. That was also a 2-1. They had me go second. What we've been doing recently is just letting Kashtira sort of go second, and then breaking the board, and then killing them the next turn, or at least establishing our own board. But that may not be the way to go about it from now on, but I'm not sure. It is a way to go about the mirror match. If you're having struggles with a mirror match, I have noticed that once you break the board, it is sort of hard for them to recover. Unless they top deck anything that the special summon, or any planets, or any birth. Just anything to really just sort of save them and recover. Especially if they go for that 5-zone lock. That's typically where breaking the board matters a lot of times. But, yeah, but that was 2-1. Then I played Trap Tricks. That was 2-0. I should have lost game 2. He should have took Lancia, but he didn't for whatever reason. So I just was able to resolve my evenly match without any issue. So I really should have lost that, but it's fine. We just broke the board from there on out. I did play in a nib on purpose because of the fact that I knew he wasn't able to kill the token, and whatever his normal summon was going to be, I was just going to ash it right there. And then so yeah, that was a 2-0. I just simply used nib to my advantage. Smartest cash player, I suppose. No, not nowhere near that. Anyways, then round 3, it was... What was round 3? No, sorry, that wasn't round 3. Sorry about that. The round 4, it was another mirror match. It was 2-1. I established a 3-zone lock, and I just had like 2 books, and let me tell you, that's just devastating against any mirror match. Especially if you open up 2 books, doesn't matter what it is. And then the next thing I did was, and I played another mirror match. I lost 0-2. He broke my board. I took the wrong thing of a Rise Art. I should have took it as a Rise Art, so he could have summoned Alpha Prep. And then I just didn't have enough going second because I did decide to go second as well in the mirror. But yeah, unfortunately I had a Rise Art pass because my hand was pretty fucking ass. But anyways, that's all that is. So we'll go ahead and get into the deck profiles. Like I said, 4-1. I don't think it was too bad for the matchups I had. Of course, the matchups I had were pretty standard. Not really. Just not enough mirror matches, in my opinion. Of course, the mirror match is 8. So anyways, 3 Fenrir, 3 Unicorn, 2 Rise Art, 1 Kashtira, Scarecrow Kashtira, and then 1 Kashtira Ogre. So this is the monster lineup. I mean, this is sort of standard. I am thinking about just cutting him and the prep all together, just so I can fit more tech cards in here. Because what ends up happening is I just end up side decking them out, so I don't see it going first. But I'm not saying that's correct, but I'm not saying that's wrong. So those are the monster lineups, but he was pretty good whenever he came up. He did help push for game a lot of times. And then 4 planets, essentially, because, you know, we got to play that terraforming. 3 Birth, 3 Theosis. This is a spell lineup. I mean, I've seen this being cut to 2. I think 3 is just a little bit correct, just because, at least for going first, just because of the fact it gives you so much more of a grind game. And then whenever I go second, I might side one out, depending on the matchup, but depending how much I got to side out. But this just gives you so much of a grind game against everything. Literally, just to use just target back, add back any Kashtira spell, trap, monster is, in theory, good, I would imagine. And then the trap lineup, the 1 prep, 1 big bane. I hate opening up this card, but opening it is just a part of playing any Garnet, essentially. And then I hate opening up the prep too, because I want to search it off Ogre, but it is what it is. And then for the hand trap lineup, well, at least monster wise, it's going to be Ash. It's sort of the only hand trap I play in the main. You know, Ashing Brain Diffusion is good. Ashing Theosis is good. Ashing Kashtira's a thing, so ashing their millers is also a good thing. And then just being able to ash the and then being able to ash either, you know, the trap tricks link or the one that searches out the field spell, because that field spell's a little busted, is pretty good. Book of Moon, it's pretty good. This format, because they're doing the Arise Art Pass, which honestly I'm in theory thinking about cutting it maybe, but I don't know. It just all depends on what. It depends on how I want to build the deck from now, because I've seen some crazy things in the YCS, so I'm tempted to see 3 Lance. This is just a pretty good card in the deck. It's a very good defensive card. Also going first, let's say if I open up 2, I might, if they try to imperm something, I might Lance something just to dodge the imperm. It's essentially how Flu used to use, like, Advent or Book to dodge imperms. Because we're not going to book our monsters, but if I have, like, 2 Lances in hand, let's say I got to have my Kashtira resolve and they try to imperm it, I'm just going to Lance it, just so I can resolve for sure. If I open up 2, they don't do anything. 2 Lances is pretty good in case they open up, like, $2. 3 Prosperity. 2 Desires. This card has actually won me my second round. And by the way, yes, Jesse Compton was right about the map. So essentially what happens is that if you use a pot card in the deck, what's going to happen is that Diablosis is going to try and banish the same amount of banished face-down cards that you have in your deck. Well, essentially, you aren't going to have enough for them to banish face down, so Diablosis cannot trigger. So that's actually really good, by the way. So that is very true. That is very true. And then these 2 chalices, ignore this. This is sort of me just testing a little bit after this. This one was a 3rd evenly matched, and this one was just a 1 of Book of Eclipse. I put in Desires like the day before the tournament, so I didn't know what to play. But yeah, that's what that was. 2 chalices. I don't think it's bad. I'm still experimenting with those. Those are the two I'm not so sure on right now. But I am thinking about overhauling the deck a little bit just to sort of make it a little bit more consistent with things. But not consistent, but just, I don't know. But the best way to put it is. And then 2 evenly matched. This card's insane. This card's insane. It's, in my opinion, one of the best board breakers you can play for the format. But yeah, we're going to go extra deck then, real quick. Just so we can go ahead and get that out of the way, actually. So my extra deck's a little bit not standard. I sort of called mine up where I think this is the best way to have the extra deck, at least the standard-wise. 3 Arise Heart, 2 Shinger Eras, 2 Zeus, 1 Mind Hacker, 2 Big Eye, and the Dark Arm. That's sort of what's standard. At least what I've seen throughout all the lists is that you're definitely playing this guy. He's just very good, not once per turn. 2 Big Eye, just because he's really important in the mirror match. And then the 1 of the Blowsis, I mean, you really don't want to play him at 2. I mean, back before, like in the olden days of this deck, you would play him at 2 because why not? But yeah, no. Most time you wouldn't though. But most time you wouldn't play this. And then here's what's sort of not standard. The one Dracosec, I want to have an answer to skill drain, and the I want to have an answer to skill drain and the new it's the one that essentially it's the continuous shot that kills Brandon and Cash and Labyrinth. It's I forgot what it's called, but if I remember what it's called, I'll put it in the comments down below. But essentially, it keeps level 6s and higher from attacking and activate, and then special summon activating their effects. So this is just a way to keep that in check and skill drain. But most of the time, this gets end up banished off of prosperity anyways. And then 2 Donner Dagger for hires and 1 Infinitrite Goliath. So this right here is just only to keep Ibly in check, because I do have people in my locals playing Ibly. If nobody was playing Ibly at my locals, I would just take this out and put in the knits. And then 1 Infinitrite Goliath. I praise this. I think this is like sort of the best thing to play. Just so they can't try to break, just because it does a lot. They can't Runic Flashing Fire, they can't Raigeki, they can't, it's just you can't destroy it by any other means besides sending it or besides sending it and all that. But yeah, that's sort of my idea on that. Between that or the Garua, I think I would play this for now, because only way they're gonna especially if they're gonna out this, they're going to have to draw a kaiju, they're gonna have to draw a book, they're gonna have to draw something that doesn't destroy the card. Which, I mean, a lot of decks don't have an issue doing that, but a lot of times the nits will be I just prefer that a whole lot more. That's sort of like my one little flex spot with the deck. But yeah, here's the side deck. Standard 3-dimension shifter. It just hits the rogue matchups. It hits the runic matchup. But yeah, that's pretty good. The Sea Turtle Kaiju. Part of me wants to just go ahead. Part of me wants to go ahead and play the part of me wants to just go ahead and play the reverse nib and potentially main deck those, or take out these bells. I should not take out the bells, but sorry. These bells have not came in at all. So I might cut this too, because there's just not that much branded running around. But this does help you against branded. 3 judgments. It's just really the best going second card I had. And then the ones that I'm actually thinking about cutting for sure. Not, well, of course not the Feather Duster, but the 2 Twin Twisters. There's not a, like, here's the thing. What you can do is that when I'm thinking about doing this, I think I'm just playing Thrust. I only own 2, but like it's so good, because what I could do is I could use Thrust and search the Feather Duster. There is not many degenerate decks going out there. I mean, this deck has plenty of outs to everything really. But yeah, when I'm thinking about taking this out, I am thinking about taking these 2 out, just because these are the ones that we're like. Don't be surprised if these get updated in the future. But I do want to respect branded, because that is a little bit of a difficult matchup. But I do want to respect branded, because if you don't, you're gonna get it's gonna be hard to play back from it. But this is what I got right here. I mean, this is sort of Kashtira. This is my Kashtira list 4-1 at my locals, by the way. I will leave them, if in case some reason you skipped over it, just in case you want to listen to it, I will leave the matchups down in the comments down below. Comment down below what you think could be did differently. Comment down below what you think I could be improved. Comment down below what you think about the list, or just comment down below if you have any ideas in general, or just comment, say hey, leave a like, subscribe, put on notifications. Yeah, this will be actually Merc McNasty out.